whole team has really gelled, maybe because of number 30.
Gogolak now will try one from the 46-yard line. It is good. It is good. The second one today for Gogolak to increase the Giants' lead now to 34-17 with 1 minute and 42 seconds to play.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. Welcome to the Gridiron. Before we get started, just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you can maybe give this video a thumbs up or possibly leave a comment below or maybe even share this video, it would mean so much to me. But anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. Well, what are the 5 greatest draft classes in the history of the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants? Well, there's been 86 drafts. It started in 1936. So, guys, we're 1 week away from the 87th draft. Whew. Gotta love it, guys. It's coming. I mean, it started, I mean, there's all different, I mean, now we're obviously at 7 rounds, but it started with 9 rounds. It was, went to 10 rounds. You know, this is back in the 30s, you know. Then it went up to 12 rounds, then it went up to 22 rounds, it went up to 32 rounds. I mean, can you frickin' imagine trying to draft there? I mean, then there was like 30 rounds for a while. I mean, a lot of, you know, a lot of rounds, a lot of drafting. You know, back in the 50s and all, and there was a lot of rounds. I mean, could you imagine trying to just draft somebody like in the 30th round? I mean, you have, the scouting is like nothing more compared to what it used to be. And you're trying to draft somebody, I mean, you're probably just throwing darts at the wall, you know what I mean? Just trying to come up with names of guys. And it showed because there was a lot of absolutely horrible drafts back then. I mean, for the Giants anyway. But a lot of the older ones, you know, we didn't really exactly hit on a lot of them. You know, a lot of the players. So there was a lot of poor drafts, a lot of misses. Now this is the 5 best. Okay, it's based on basically pretty much the overall performance of the kind of like the group. I mean, out of how many got drafted, you know, in the group, maybe how many made it. The longevity of maybe some of the players, their impact with the Giants. You know, so I mean, it's not just like, you know, okay, so like in 1981 we drafted Lawrence Taylor, so 1981 draft class has got to be on there. No. Yeah, far from it. You know, we drafted 1947. We drafted 2 Hall of Famers. You know, they're not on there. The problem was in the 1947 classes, we drafted Art Donovan, Hall of Famer, and Tom Landry, Hall of Famer. Tom Landry played for the Giants, but basically he got into the Hall of Fame because of his coaching career, which was with the Cowboys. We drafted Art Donovan, who was a Hall of Famer, but he never played for the Giants. He played for the Baltimore Colts. So, 1946, we drafted a Hall of Famer, George Connor. We drafted him. Then he went back to school, and for some reason, I have no idea how, he came out of school and he started playing for the Bears. I don't know why the Giants drafted him, and for some reason, the Giants didn't have his draft rights. I don't know exactly how that worked out. But he started playing with the Bears in 1948, and he went to 1955 with the Bears, and he was a Hall of Famer. So we drafted guys who were Hall of Famers, and some of them just didn't play. 1963, we drafted Buck Buchanan. He played from 1963 and 1975, but he also got drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs of the American Football League, and that's who he wound up playing his football with. All right. So, I mean, we had draft class in 1957. We drafted Don Maynard, who's a Hall of Famer, but he became a Hall of Famer with the Jets. Hall of Fame wide receiver. We drafted him in 57. He played 1 season with the Giants, and basically he went to the Canadian Football League, and after that he went to the AFL, and he took off from there. So we drafted Hall of Famers, but some of them just didn't play with the Giants. I mean, if the Giants had a draft class like the 1974 Steelers, where they drafted 4 Hall of Famers in one class. The greatest, without question, bar none, end of story, draft class of all time. You draft 4 Hall of Famers in one draft class. Absolutely phenomenal. You have Lynn Swann and John Stallworth, 2 wide receivers. You had Mike Webster as center, and you had Jack Lambert, the linebacker. They drafted all 4 of those guys in the 1974 draft. They all became Hall of Famers. You know, I mean, so if the Giants ever wound up having a draft class like that, obviously they'd be on my list, you know. But they no such class. As I said, once again, this is all subjective. I mean, after you get over this list and all, I mean, you can wind up saying that, you know, like, what the hell is this guy talking about? This class is better than that class. I mean, I said, I mean, I was looking at, I mean, some of them, like the 2003 draft class. We drafted Joseph first overall, but he played 4 years for the Giants, and that was it. We drafted Visanthe Shanko, who had a nice long career. He only played 4 years for the Giants, and he was gone. We had David Tyree, David Deal, and Osi Umenyiora in that class. You know, I mean, so I mean, it's kind of just all, you know. I just try to figure it out and just, you know. So without further ado, the number 5 class I got of all time, okay, is the 1986 draft class. We drafted 14 players, 12 of them out of the 14, so that's pretty impressive. Actually had some type of a career. Maybe they weren't all with the Giants, but a lot of times you drafting that many players, I mean, some, I mean, you know, you're lucky if like out of 14, maybe 7 or 8 of them or so actually have some type of a career. Well, 12 out of the 14 actually had some type of a career. Maybe they weren't all with the Giants, but they had a career. Now, obviously, the 1986 class, you know, these guys were, you know, helped with our first Super Bowl, so that's so important. We had Eric Dorsey in the first round. He played for the Giants from 1986 to 1992. He played in a grand total of 89 games. All right. Mark Collins, good pick in the second round. He played for the Giants from 1986 to 1993. He played in a grand total of 168 career games. Eric Howard, got him in the second round. So we got Mark Collins and Eric Howard in the second round. We also got Pepper Johnson and Greg Lasker. We had 4 second-round picks in 1986. 1985, the last game that we played, we lost 21-0. Emphasis on nothing. Nothing. The offense scored nothing against the Chicago Bears. So that's 85. So when 86 draft comes around, your last game of the season, 85, you scored nothing. So what would you think you'd want to maybe draft in the 1986 draft? Would you think you want to help defense? I mean, you got Carl Banks, you got Harry Carson, you got Lawrence Taylor. Or do you want to maybe help the offense out who scored absolutely freaking nothing in their playoff game? Nope. I mean, who am I? I mean, yeah, Bill Parcells is the coach, so yeah, hard to argue. But this first 6 players he drafted in the 86 draft, all defense. We couldn't score a freaking point in the playoff game, so what does Parcells do? He drafts 6 straight defensive players. Anyway, well, we won a Super Bowl, so kind of hard to argue. But we got Eric Dorsey, and we got Mark Collins in the second round. We got Eric Howard in the second round. Now, he was very important because if it wasn't for Eric Howard knocking the ball out of Roger Craig's hands in the 1990 championship game, we probably wouldn't have won that game. We probably wouldn't have won our second Super Bowl. So Eric Howard in the second round, very, very important. We also got Pepper Johnson in the second round. We got Greg Lasker, in the second round. He only played 33 career games. And then we got John Washington. Okay, he was a defensive tackle. He played from 1986 to 1992 for the Giants. Okay, he played 119 career games. So, I mean, none of the guys were like, I don't know, super duper, amazing or anything like that. But I mean, Mark Collins, a nice career. Pepper Johnson, a nice career. Had some nice guys, nice careers in there. But they were very instrumental in helping us out with their our Super Bowls, first 2 Super Bowls. So 1986 draft. Very, very important draft. Okay, the number 4 draft class I got of all time is the 1984 draft class. All right, 5 players made it. And we wanted to won both Super Bowls with 5 players in the 1984 draft. The first one was Carl Banks. Now to me, he's a borderline Hall of Famer. I mean, he may not have all the gaudy numbers some of the other players, but I'll tell you what, he was a heck of an outside linebacker. He could set an edge. I'll tell you what, he was very, very good. I mean, you had Lawrence Taylor on one side, you had Carl Banks on the other. You're good to go, guys. We also had William Roberts. We had 2 first-round picks in 1984. Okay, we had William Roberts, who played for the Giants for 11 seasons from 84 to 94. He played in 195 career games. Carl Banks played in 173 career games. Then we had Jeff Hostetler. Okay, in the 3rd round, he played for the Giants from 84 to 92. He played in 152 career games. And if it wasn't for Jeff Hostetler, we wouldn't have won a second Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I mean, Phil Simms could not have gone and played in San Francisco, standing in the pocket, and same thing with against the Bills. I mean, you gotta run, you gotta move, and Phil Simms was not that. He was a statue. We played 1990 when Phil Simms. We played the San Francisco 49ers. On a Monday Night Football game. We went to San Fran. We lost 7-3. We scored 1 field goal. Phil Simms gets hurt. We go in the playoffs. The Giants go back to San Francisco, play again. Now Jeff Hostetler is the quarterback. Still didn't score a touchdown, but now we scored 5 field goals, and we won. We scored, so it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to the Giants, Phil Simms getting hurt. Because with Jeff Hostetler being able to run around, right, and biding some time, either running around and finding an open receiver. That was one of the best things that ever happened to the Giants. So Jeff Hostetler in the 3rd round of the 1984 draft, huge, huge. Then we had Gary Reasons in the 4th round. He played for the Giants from 84 to 91. He played in 134 career games. Then we had Lionel Manuel. He played from 84. His last season was 1990. He played 90 career games. All 5 of those guys, okay, all 5 of them won 2 Super Bowl rings. Right? It's a very, very big draft. That class in 1984. The next class, I got the class of 80, the 3rd class overall, the 1989 class. Okay, we have Brian Williams. Right, he was the 1st round pick. He played for the Giants from 1989 to 99. He played in 129 career games. Then we had Bob Cratch in the 3rd round. He was a guard. Played from 89 to 93. He played in 105 career games. We had Greg Jackson, a defensive back. He was in the 3rd round. He played from 89 to 93. He played in 168 career games. We had Lewis Tillman, running back. He got him in the 4th round. He played from 1989 to 1993 for the Giants. He played in 109 career games. Dave Meggett, all right, in the 5th round, we got Dave Meggett. He played from 89 to 94 with the Giants. He played in 146 career games. Howard Cross, right, we got him a tight end in the 6th round. Howard Cross, no gaudy numbers, but, man, so lucky we drafted him. Great, good, just a good, solid tight end. Then we had Myron Guyton, a defensive back. We got him in the 8th round, all right? So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 7 guys, all right, in the class of 89 that played for the Giants that were very instrumental in our 1990 Super Bowl win. So 7 guys in overall class, number 3, the 1989 draft class. Now we go to the number 2 class. Now, the only reason why this is probably number 2, okay, is because we only had 4 picks. When we hit on 3 out of the 4. The 4th one had a little bit of a career, but it really wasn't with the Giants. But the reason why we only had, in the 2005 class, why we only had 4 picks, because like half our picks we gave away to the Chargers when we got Eli Manning the year before. So we didn't have a 1st round pick. So if we had a 1st round pick and we got somebody, somebody really good, this might have been class number 1. But, okay, so class number 2 is the 2005 pick. We had only 4 draft picks that year. First was in the 2nd round. Our first pick was in the 2nd round. Was Corey Webster. He played from 2005 to 2013. 121 career games, right? Won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. Third round pick was Justin Tuck. He played for the Giants from 2005 to 2013. He played 147 career games. And then our fourth round, right, was Brandon Jacobs. He played from 2005 to 2011. Then he came back in 2013 and played one more season with the Giants. He played in 109 career games. Eric Moore only played once. He was our sixth round pick. That was our last pick that we had. Now he played in 35 career games, but he only played one season for the Giants. But the Giants hit on the first 3 picks: Brandon Jacobs, Justin Tuck, and Corey Webster. Absolutely huge. Corey Webster, very, very good pick. Second round, good career with the Giants. Justin Tuck, as the NFL records, the only defensive player to have multiple sacks in multiple Super Bowls. And of course, Brandon Jacobs, who could run over anybody. And I said the reason why this class isn't even maybe better is because we didn't have a first round pick. Right? If we had a first round pick and we had 4 real good stuff, I mean, this might be class number 1, but not quite. But they're class number 2. So class number 1, all right, is not so much. It's not star-studded, from the top to the bottom. It's just that we drafted 8 guys. All 8 made the team, and all 8, except for Adam Coates, helped the team get the Super beat the Patriots in the 2007 season. So my class number 1 of overall is the 2007 class. Now we drafted Aaron Ross in the first round, right? He played for the Giants from 2007 to 2013. So, I mean, we had from 2007 to 2013, we had Aaron Ross and Corey Webster, 2 very good cornerbacks. We were good there. He played in 83 career games, right? Steve Smith, sadly, he got hurt, but I mean, he was our second round pick from USC. He played for the Giants from 2007 to 2010. He played in only 64 career games because he had an injury. After he got injured, he came back. He just was never the same. Just a shame, but it's football. It is what it is. Jay Alford, our third round pick, a defensive tackle. He only played 2 seasons for the Giants once again. He got hurt, and he only played the 2 seasons. He missed 2009 with injury. He came back in 2010, I think, with the Raiders, and his career was over. He only played in 36 career games, but once again, he got the Giants' 5th sack in that Super Bowl, Super Bowl 42. The Giants had just taken the lead. The Patriots had the ball. I think it was second or third down, and Alfred came crashing up the middle, right at Brady, nailed him into the ground. Man, 5th sack of the game. Huge sack from Jay Alfred. We had Zach Diassi. He played from the Giants for almost forever. 2007 to 2019, 199 career games for Zach Diassi. I'm so sorry. Kevin Boss, the tight end, he came in. He only was with the Giants for 4 years, 2007 to 2010. He played in 74 career games. He came in. He was instrumental because Jeremy Shockey broke his leg toward the end of the season against the Redskins. So Kevin Boss came in, and Kevin Boss had a couple real huge catches in the playoffs, which were especially the game against the Cowboys. Huge, just before halftime. Huge. So he came in, he stepped in. Adam Coates, he was with the Giants for 4 years, but he only played in 11 games. So he was there. But I mean, at that time, the Giants had Seibert, they had Deal, they had Snee, they had O'Hara, and they had McKenzie. Those guys played frickin' every game. So he was a backup. So he really didn't want to play him, but he made the team. Then in our 7th round pick, we had Michael Johnson, a defensive back who played 4 years, 2007 to 2010 with the Giants. He played that year too. He played 49 career games, and our last pick was one of the best ones, 7th rounders, maybe possibly of all time. Ahmad Bradshaw, right? He played for the Giants from 2007 to 2012. He played 103 career games. If you look at the thumbnail for this video, you'll see him holding the ball out or whatever. That's the game I'm going to be talking about the Bills. I still get freaking goosebumps just thinking about it. The Giants had to win that game to put themselves in the playoffs. So they were up 24-21, Giants had the ball. Snow's coming down. It's in Buffalo on the road. Giants are at their own 12. I think it was either said on the sideline or it was said in the huddle, like just before the play. And Ahmad Bradshaw is like, yo, guys, just give me a hole. Now, he's a rookie. So he's like, guys, just give me a hole. And I think it was Sean O'Hara said, shut up, rookie, right? And they gave him a hole. He went 88 yards. I mean, you just seeing him running with the ball, and the snow's coming down, man. I still get goosebumps just thinking about that, man. And he put us up 31-21. We picked the pass off, and we turned that back for a touchdown and put us up 38-21. Big road victory. Put the Giants in the playoffs, and obviously the rest is history. But, I mean, Ahmad Bradshaw, absolutely huge. I mean, that's why I got that number one, because all of them, all 8 guys made the Giants team. All of them, except for Adam Coates, played that year, helped the Giants. You know, they all stepped in one way or the other, and really, really helped out the Giants. Huge. I mean, some of them didn't have real long, huge careers because I said, Steve Smith got hurt, Jay Alford got hurt. I mean, it is what it is. But the 2007 class I got, the New York Giants, is the best draft class that they've ever had. And I said, once again, it's all subjective. I mean, you know, I'm sure most people out there, 2007, you guys, you're crazy, you know what I mean? But that's just how I look at it. Okay, I got, I said the number one class is the 2007. 2005 class is the number 2. 1989 is class number 3. Class 1984 is number 4. The 5th class, all right, is 1986 class, where 12 out of 14 players selected actually had an NFL career. And hopefully, guys, after this draft, in a week from now, okay, hopefully the class of 2022 will be so good that I'll be saying the class of 2022 is the number 1 overall draft class of all time for the New York Giants. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time any day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!